What's up everyone, 124san's here with another premiere draft of Final Fantasy. Want to do more of this before Final Fantasy goes away, although after Final Fantasy the next set will be Darksmoor, which is another good limited set. Without further ado, let's start at pack 1 pick 1. The rare and uncommons are pretty whatever. We know it's good, but don't want to commit to a 2-color card, and the other is just whatever. Commons are pretty good though. Gaelic has for artifacts aggro, Sahagin for blue deck, Corner by Black Mage for black removal and a threat, and the Suplex for red removal, and the Fat Choco for a big threat. Can't go around with any of this, but because of my bias towards blue cards, I'm just gonna take Sahagin here. Back on pick 2. Well, we get good follow-ups in all colors. If we pick the black card, we take Sephiroth. If we take a red card, we take Thunder Magic. If we take a green card, we probably just take something else. And if we pick a blue card, we pick Yawgmoth Pixie, which is a decent follow-up. Or we can just go all in on the blue-red and pick Thunder Magic. That's actually not a bad idea, actually. If we are playing exactly blue-red, Yawgmoth Pixie will be worse than Thunder Magic, because Thunder Magic is a cheap removal, and it's also a non-creature spell that costs 4. And I think same goes for Sephiroth Intervention, but I'm gonna be biased and pick Thunder Magic here. Back on pick 3. And yeah, blue isn't working too well here, but we got a Suplex to go with Thunder Magic, so that's fine. Yeah, it looks like, although it's only pick 3, so we're not sure how blue's doing for later picks. But for this, let's just pick Suplex. Pick 4. Blue is like okay-ish, and black has Vayne's Treachery. We did pass a lot of black cards already. There's also a Town Greeter, but red-green is something I preferably to avoid. So let's take a black card here. Pick 5, Vayne's Treachery, another one? Damn. So yeah, so the pick 1 to pick 4. I don't know if pick 1 have any removal, but yeah, pick 2 has the Sephiroth Intervention, and then pick 3, Vayne's Treachery, pick 4, Vayne's Treachery, pick 5, Vayne's Treachery. There's just so much Treachery going around in this draft. Let's just pick the Treachery here. Pick 6, we got a pretty good black card, Shimmering Reinforcement, minus 3 and gain 3, or we can pick a Blazing Bomb, but Blazing Bomb only goes with Thunder Magic for now. And Shimmering Reinforcement is mostly for black-green. For the other color, it's just gain 3 life most likely, but you're gonna have some flashback cards, and this is good with the flashbacks. And don't think we are close to blue-red, so let's actually take the Shimmering Reinforcements. Pick 7. This is gonna be a pick between Hectice and Syncopate, I think. Hectice works well with Vayne's Treachery, so there's that. And we are also more in black than blue, so go with that. Pick 8. Black is a marble, which is fine. Judge Magic Gathering with not the biggest pull to white's black. Scorpion Sailor is also fine, so these two are all filler level, so we're basically picking one between each. I think I like a Marlboro. Pick 9, the wheel, Gaelic Cat Wield, but I don't think we're in white anymore. And Warrior is pretty whatever. I think I'm just gonna take a Lionheart, even though Lionheart is not the strongest card, but it is a 4-mana non-creature spell to work with Sahagin. And if you're playing blue, we're most likely gonna be blue-black, even though blue is, I didn't take much blue cards, but red doesn't seem that open after all. Pick 10. Green, I think these two are the only green cards in this pack. They haven't been touched. So green might be open. But these two are pretty whatever, so let's just take a Scorpion Sentinel. Pick 11, pretty whatever pack, either a Primaris. Primaris is not a strong card, and I'm only willing to play this in blue-red, so let's just take a Sage No Lives here. Pick 12. Well, the other two are garbage, so let's just take Judge Magister. Maybe we can just ditch all of these and be in white-black. In that case, you're no longer be good. I don't think we're playing red. Pack 2, pick 1. The other cards are like good, but fine. But the Dragoon's Lance is what interests the most, actually. With Judge Magister, Gabriel, that late, and you are not alone. I'm actually kind of tempted for white-black. And if we want to stay more open, there's Hack Dice. And that's pretty much it, I guess. And Dragon's Lance is much better upfront than I'm willing to pick right now. Pick 2. Whoop. Black. There's no black out here. If we're playing blue-black, Travel the Overworld's also not that great because we don't have any chance. Guardian is good in black-red. Red is not that open in the pack 1 and 3 direction. But I think I'm willing to just go for commit the pivot and take the Magic Tech Infantry here. Pick 3. We just need to take the second Magic Tech Infantry for this to be playable. And if I'm in red-black, Thunder Magic is also great. Card collection is also great, but I would just commit to this pivot. Not full stop. Gator Cats wasn't picked in pack 1, so that gives me a huge hope that it's gonna wheel. Oh no, the white is gonna be open. Even though we are missing on some goodies in blue or red, I'm just gonna commit my choice here. Pick 4. Well, Magic Tech Infantry is the type of card where the more the merrier. So I'm glad to take that over Undersea Direct. Pick 5. This is a pretty whatever pack. Creatures are all filler, off-color cards are also filler, and black is not open. Something to keep in mind. But I think we have to play black with 2 Wings Treachery and Judge Magister. So let's just take the Brown City. Don't think we are pivoting again, moving away from black to blue. Sargin isn't a good card in that case. The other 2 are also just whatever. Pick 6. Well, Hack Dice and Dwarven Castle Guard are good 2-drops. I think I like Hack Dice more. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Pick 7. Ambrosia White Heart. This works well with Dragoon's Lance and maybe Hack Dice. That's pretty much it. And there's also a 2-mana war. Actually like the idea of a war, especially for mid-rangey white-black. Provide a war for opponents, block opponents, and also draws a card, and also is a good fodder for Wings Treachery and stuff. Pick 8. A suplex at 8. Don't think we're on the splash game. Blitzball only works with Judge Magister, so a second you're not alone is good. Pick 9. Namad's Trader versus Dwarven Castle Guard. We have 5 2-drop already, no 4-drops, and the Namad's Trader is an enabler for sacrifice to make Judge Magister better. I think I'm gonna take that. Pick 10. We're just gonna take the best card, which is Garland here. Pick 11. Ambrosia White Heart Wield. I think I'm gonna take that over Monk's Fist. And yeah. Pick 12. Restoration Magic. Hexproof and Indestructible, but I don't think I want to play that. Those sorcerers sacrifice 2 artifacts to draw a card. I actually think I should take the Ghost Sorcerer here, but oh well. Yawgmoth here because we have Magic Tech Infantry to buff. And now we are at pack 3, pick 1. The best card here for us is obviously the William Mughal. 4 mana 3/2, tutors Dragon's Lance, and there's also Lionheart, so there's 2 targets for it. And it's also a 4 mana 3/2 Flying Beater, which is great. The best card here is definitely Chogo Comet. Scales well in any point of the game, and also it triggers the 4 mana non-creature spell stuff. And yeah, we will probably be in decent position if you're in red black, but we've committed, so let's just pick this. Pack 3, pick 2. We just pick another Magic Tech inventory for 4 inventories. And there's also Magic Tech Armor, which is not a bad card, but we already have 4 playable cards on 4, and Magic Tech inventories, the type of cards is the good, more the merrier. And it also basically helps your speed draw because you can just pay 3 mana to get an inventory from the deck. Pick 3, we got a card that we won't. we don't have too much of a chance to play with it often. Literally, Yawgmoth. In limited, Yawgmoth is very good in our deck because we have so much fodder, hack dice, the wall, and 4 Magic Tech inventory for it to feed upon, and it draws you a card and also put counters on something. Wow, it's just amazing. We have to pass our Veins Treasury for that, but that's definitely worth it. Pick 4. I don't think this is a Shinra Reinforcement deck because we have no graveyard recursion, and I think Yawgmoth is actually better because of the Magic Tech inventories. Still, this is not a permanent creature, which actually hurts. Because this is not a permanent feature, I'm going to take Shinra Reinforcement here. If we have 1 graveyard recursion, we can just play that. Pick 5. I think we gotta take the removal here. We are lacking removal, so Fate of Sanctuary is a serviceable one. It's not a good one, but serviceable. Pick 6. Hectize. This is not a Weapons Vendor deck, so it's gonna be Hectize. Over. I don't think we care about equipment that much, so don't need to take Monk's Fist. Pick 7. Dark Knight Greatsword and Paladin's Arms. I like Dark Knight's Greatsword very much because you can just pay life to move it around, and we can have a lot of cheap creatures that we want to move creatures upon. And costing life instead of mana is pretty important here. Pick 8. And we finally get our first copy of Resemble Revelation if he cares about that. It is a card selection that we lack. Or we just play a Galacast that works well with Magic inventories. And don't think we're playing Gaius, we have 4 drops already. It's gonna be Resemble. Pick 9, just gonna take Paladin's Arms, play over Shinra Reinforcement. And not gonna play that many Hex Dice. Pick 10, nothing playable, just gonna take a rare. Pick 11, Hex Dice number 11. I'm not gonna take it even, just gonna take an uncommon. I'm gonna play it, because... And yeah, I think we're pretty much done here. And we can probably play the colorless land I just picked up there, because we're just doing 2 colors. No, not Clive's. Eden Seat of the Sanctum. Mill 2 cards and sacrifice this to get something back. We can probably make use of this kind of mana sink. And now we're at 42, but I think I'm just gonna run 24 spells and 16 lands here. In that case, Eden is actually not good. We do want to hit our 1 drop for that. How what's the count? And it's like very close even between these two, between white and black counts. The removal wise, not a lot of removal, but we're playing 2 copies of Yuan Long. Mana +4/+4 trick is very big. Face of a Sun Chris is definitely the worst card. I don't even like playing it actually, but do I have to? Maybe. Nama's Trader isn't that good. It's when we have Yawgmoth, the literal Yawgmoth himself. So let's cut that, and we just cut land and call it a day. Still playing Face of Suncrest because we lack removals. And the 4 Magic inventory that also works for 3. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Alright, so this will be a black, white, sacrifice deck, revolving purely around Yawgmoth, which is from pack 3 even. And yep, let's head to the gameplay. Alright, here we're at game 1. We just play 1 drop, 2 drop, and 3 drop. Simple as that. We have like a million magic infantries, so that will be nice. Go bats doesn't basically get a card that doesn't do anything. And I think I play the wall omens first, because I play Hectares later when they have less card in their deck. And seeing 1 more cards in our deck can give us more options for later, even though we literally draw just lands. And then when Gobats go out of hand, somehow, if they have 4 or more artifacts, then we can just remove it with Wings Treasury, but that's not gonna happen that soon. Or ever. It's very hard to use this card. Corner, goodbye wall. They're probably not gonna attack because Gobats is a very good blocker on what they attacked. Well, in that case, we just activate an attack for 2. We are doing more damage, obviously. Black Mage Rod, which is fine. It is the artifact number 1. They also get survival value, which is good for them. Cecil, that's a card. Do I even need to remove it though? And we literally just draw lands. Not good. I don't think we even need to play a tap land because we have so many non-tap lands and we have no good attacks. We can just preserve this vein structure for Cecil, I guess. What? Get rid of him before he flips. Darkness Crystal, that's very not nice. Even not. It's just gonna make their gonna feed them magic inventories and they can just keep using it. And that's artifact number 2. And if they actually get the magic inventory, they can get Gobats active, which is bad. Not gonna block. And okay, that's draw outside of land. This is probably the worst draw we can have. Oh well. Discard the only card. And we can't just wow, Zodiac even. We can't just remove Gobats and attack all because Cecil is gonna flip, and if we can't deal with Cecil, we just like lose here. And we also just don't have a way to deal with Darkness Crystal. This will be the only reason we lose, I guess. And Cecil attack is fine. And is there a way we can actually win from this? You run a long deals a lot, but if our creature dies, they just gain 2 life, which is very bad, mind you. And we can use Veins Treasury -2 on here, but we have to deal with Cecil. The Cecil is non-negotiable, so I guess we just block. Do a painful double block here. Dragoon's Lance is a nice one. but really don't like a situation I'm in. And now they can just keep getting the Darkness Crystal stuff. Yeah, you know what? I don't think there's a way we can beat Darkness Crystal for this deck, so let's just go here and save our energy for later. Oh. This is not a good start. Hopefully we do better next time. Alright, game 2. Can play Magic Deck Inventory on 1, or just don't, because we need to also play tap lands first. This is keepable. If we don't get our third land, we just resemble Revelation. And play the Yawgmoth after all the Magic Deck Inventories. Draw into Plains, but the tap card is the only black source, so we still have to play like this. I play nothing, we play Heptize. Be mana efficient. Discarded. A pretty good card to discard. They can just pay black to get it back. Gala Cat. That attacks in the air. And I don't think I want to play Magic Deck Inventory here. If I attack and you are not alone, I still have 2 mana up for Resentful or just a Magic Deck Inventory. Which is actually not a bad deal. If they don't block, I just play a 3-drop. And yep, we cheat our 1 damaging here, which is nice. Yeah, if I were them, I'll lean more towards blocking because that means I can't play on curve. But now I'm playing on curve, so things are good. All right. Wait, they didn't. They missed out on their free attacks. Oh well. This is a Malboro turn. Let's just attack with a 3/2 and. I didn't think of Magic Deck Inventories first to make this a +4/+4. Hopefully this doesn't bite my back. Alright, it doesn't. And I definitely should... Oh no, I don't think the mana works out regardless. You just spent 2 white mana to get this swamp, so there's no way I can play a Magic Deck Inventory there. Lionheart. Lionheart doesn't deal with this, so you just get rid of Heptize. Which is fine. And don't miss out on your free attack. Yeah, that's a free attack. Do it, yes. And we drew our Magic Deck Inventory. I think I'm just gonna get another Magic Deck Inventory next. On instant speed. Need to get rid of the Magic Deck Inventory so we don't draw them. Even though Yawgmoth will be a better creature to play. Land 5. Or I could have Resentful Revelation for land, but I don't think we actually need land drop every turn now. And maybe we need Resentful Revelation for something else also. Evil reawakened the war. Wow, that's fine. The war is big, but nothing too big for Vein Treachery here. I can also just Vein Treachery instant speed to save myself from 2 damage, but this is more mana efficient. So let's take this damage. Let's get a land. I think right now I lean more towards play the Yawgmoth and to enable all the attacks and eat the demon. Not eat, and Vein Treachery Demon War. And the token is not a good attack regardless. I think we just eat a Magic Deck Inventory here. And Paladin's Answer will be a great attack because they can't block it. And we still have 1 Magic Deck Inventory in the deck. Chump blocking. Do you have a literal board wipe? We can recover for board wipe if they actually have one. But yeah. Haunt the mark. There's no way they can pay for the Shambling Thief. So that's whatever. Best target here is probably Yawgmoth because Yawgmoth is usually pumping everything else. They do it on token. I can just move it. I mean. And we have Ambrosia White Heart to get it back and play again. We're gonna do it right now. Ariman. And I think that will be lethal next turn, if this is the only thing they can do. Yawgmoth pumps everything else. And just in case they have something, I'm just gonna play this first. Yeah, Lionheart that I can't play. Attack with Awe. And I still have one Magic Attack inventory left in the deck. And yep, that's lethal. Alright, this is pretty smooth. Opponent not doing much. And we got there with 3 Magic Attack inventories on. And basically only 2 on board, I think. One single hand. And we just beat them down easily. Heading to game 3. Alright, here we are at game 3 versus a Snoop Dogg. Not Snoop Dogg, mind you. And just like, yeah, 1 mana for infantry, 2 mana for war, 3 mana for infantry. There's that. Yep, infantry. Not having an artifact on 2 makes this attacks for less. So. And maybe they have a single base, but that's pretty whatever. Yep, looks like it is a single base. If they have no arena, didn't give them priority when I'm doing anything else, but a priority when I cast a spell. Yeah, this will be the best time to do a single base because next turn, most likely I'm gonna activate, and you cannot single base that. Alright, that resolves. If they want to reserve it for something like Yawgmoth, maybe. That's. I can +2/+2 and eat a Fang if I want to, but that would not be mana efficient, and I can do it more efficiently next turn. So let's just not attack. Period. We're also not taking any damage from attacks because of the war. Leaving a billion open. That's fine. We get our infantry. And assuming they have a syncopate, then Yawgmoth will not resolve. But am I fine with that? They need to pay 3 mana for the syncopate, and then you are not alone. You can just eat their Fang. And I don't want to do that when they have literally 4 mana open, so let's Yawgmoth first. Yep, syncopate for 2. Exacted. Then to our combat, attack with this 2. You are not alone. Is it your blocker? And next turn I can just resemble Relevation and match attack infantry again. They have nothing to do, alright, good news. No blockers for the match attack infantry is music to my ears. Unless I flash a blocker, in that case I have Fates of a Sun Chrysid. And I think I should just activate right now before I resemble Elevation. So that I don't hit match that infantry from this. And land, don't need lands anymore. Let's take the Paladin's Arms. Yep, they don't have a good removal, so that And they do have 4 mana, so if we just do the combat trick before the single base, it'll be bad. They didn't have much going on, which is good news. We can even get rid of the blocker with Lionheart. But I think I want to play the Hack Dice before their hands, before they play the entire hand away. Yep, Radia's Return is literally not doing anything. And now I'll just Lionheart, the SAS Chocobo. Well, it's actually not required, because SAS Chocobo can't block any of these. If they play one big thing, I just spend 5 mana on it and still have a good attack afterwards. Sacrifice a mark, that's fine. I can just play Paladin Arms and move the Lionheart. And that's pretty much it. Or I play a Delivery Moogle and get a... Yeah, we still have the Dragon's Lance. That's better. Oh, you also search for Match the Infantry, I forgot. This is the one that searches for 2 or less. Oh, it doesn't search for Lionheart in that case. I was thinking about the Spider-Man card, which search for equipment and auras. And now we have 2 threats flying, and we can just give them more power with Lionheart. Stuck, that's fine. I don't care about target removal when everything is a threat, basically. And yep, we're done with it. Sweet. They're not doing much, and we just beat them down. Simple as that. 2-1 heading to game 4. Alright, here's game 4. 1 drop, no 2 drop, and neither. This hand is some functional with a single land, so let's hopefully get it. Not the safest keep, but any land will make this hand function, and we didn't draw one, but we drew a 2 drop, so not the worst. In fact, that will actually be the best if we draw a land right now, which is not a land, but is also a playable card, so I am not complaining. But do I think I just attack with Match the Infantry because that feeds Judge Magister Gabriel, even though we could have activated. And yep, there we have it. We give them a treasure, but we do get a counter for that matter. And hopefully we draw a land. A land would be great, so great here. Please, pretty please. Cat that blocks the art. We do get our land, and I have to get this land right now instead of having a you are not alone mana, sadly. So let's just attack with Gabriel, which is a good attack here. And next turn, if we don't draw any land, we still have You're Not Alone and Treachery King. Save attack there. And we could just -2. And we also have a You're Not Alone. In that case, I don't want to play anything beforehand. Or we can just attack with all. If they block like this, I just You're Not Alone that. And if things go south, I still have Vein's Treachery. So let's just attack with all here. So first thing, You Are Not Alone +2. And we just get it, fine. Fine, they just give me the king. That means I get the king and I attack them. And I do need treasure tokens. That will be very helpful. And yep, Gab, it also makes Gabriel like 10 times better if we can get treasures. Yep, thank you for the king. And maybe it's just a use a removal right here, right now. But if they use the removal on king, that means Judge Magister Gabriel gets a thing, which is very good. If they use a Delivery Mogul right now, I think I'm just gonna -2 it to be super duper mana efficient. Why? Yeah, you probably just want to play that right now. There's no way you can spend that much mana. And I'm -2 on this, thank you very much. Go into tap land. Any land's fine here. And we have a cling attack for 7. And then we just play a Paladin's Arms. Or maybe we need to see the king card draw first. Draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. And they cannot attack with king anymore. And we can remove the king if we want to, but let's just get off threat here. The more the merrier. Literal Arden? Oh wow. Get a Marlboro. Well, Marlboro attacks for 5, so they're actually at 7. Has to discard this. And our Yawgmoth is gone. Alright, let's think about this again. That's the only thing left. We do draw land, that's good. And they have nothing flying. If we move this dragon's lands to Judge, destroy target non-permanent, that includes my stuff. I'm thinking of just like a flying Judge Magister to kill them. Plus, this gives +1, 4, 3. This gives +2, so I just need to blow up one more thing to win here. In that case, I attack with stuff, and then I Fate of Suncrest on myself. That seems like not a bad deal. I think that just wins us the game on spot. We have 7 mana, so that's 3, that's 4. We do have enough mana, we just need to target to destroy ourselves. Yeah, destroy a tap creature. And wherever another creature or artifact you control, we do have 2 artifacts. I fully thought this through. This should work. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Yep, exactly. So, hooray! Oh. So they're playing a king to ramp for Arden, but we got there. We fly over the Arden and win. That's a pretty good game. 3-1, heading into game 5. Alright, here we're at game 5, starting with... Ooh, not the best start, but we're gonna have a Yawgmoth at 4, so that makes it worth keeping, I guess. And we can just cast this Vein's Treasury on 2 when needed. Hopefully we draw a threat though. That's not a threat. That's our second Vein's Treasury. Hopefully they play something like Prompto or the Environment Staff. That I'm just gonna -2 that to be efficient. And the Dark Knight's Great Sword is gonna be a 4/1 attacker. And I want to play Yawgmoth on 5, so I have You Are Not Alone to give it +2/+2 in case they use a red removal on it. If I use a Vein's Treachery right now, then I'm gonna be out of removals. I can still just You Are Not Alone to pump it. But there's a chance I have Thunder Magic. Fire Magic. Yeah, Fire Magic also just kills us. And if You Are Not Alone, that's also just make the trade, or I can just take it for granted. Let's just +1. I mean +2. It's still one for one trade, and ideally I want to reserve this Vein's Treachery because that's what our deck lacks. Weapons Vendor. Well, that's a good draw. I think I just attack into that because they do have weapon. Not gonna equip because they do have weapons. And now with Venture Infantry, I have more threats. They are not willing to trade. That's fine. And I'm not willing to cost my life for this Dark Knight Sword. Delivery Mogul, that's a really good card. Let's see what they get. And I think I'm just gonna -2 that, or I can just... I don't have the 2 black for the Yawg though. I do have the 1 mana to equip. They're gonna do it on the Moogle? If they do it on Moogle, I'm more willing to just -2 right now. Yeah, let's do it. That's the last of my removal. And we're still doing good on the mana efficiency. I'm gonna pay life here, actually. Let's get another one. Yep. They just see 3 Magitech inventories now. I still have 1. And I have the dudes. In that case, I'm just gonna play the Yawgmoth and eat all of their... They mess up their mana, but it's gonna be the Yawg turn, and you're gonna get Yawged all over the place. Let's Yawg all of them. No, I don't have to Yawg like literally everything there. I just Yawg once, and yeah, just need to Yawg once. And I'm not gonna punch through a 1/1. Okay, I can just Yawg the token there. That's fine. And I don't even have to do it right now, because this is instant speed, and maybe we have something better in our hand. We don't. Typically the land. Still have a Magitech infantry, so let's actually activate it once. And we Yawg this one. And then we can Yawg the Hack Dice also, nice. Okay, then discard a card and Yawg this Hack Dice. Nothing mad. I don't think I need the Yawg anymore. It's gonna pay... Maybe I shouldn't play this 3 life to equip. But if they have removal, they use it already. So I'm just gonna do this. And there's no way they can block with a combat trick, because I can just Yawg instant speed. Damn it. Oh, there's one card that punishes me. Oh well. And I should have Yawged this as well. Oh, at least I can still punch through some damage. Or not. They have the Castle card. Feels Batman. I should have Yawged this as well. And now I'm just not gonna get any damage through. Chief Ifrit. And then we Yawg so many times and still not having enough cards. Oh, so it looks like that's it for the board. Alright, Resemble Renovation is good. This desperately what we need here. Dragon's Lance, that's nice. We just play the Dragon's Lance and move the thing around. Right the heck now. They let it through. In that case, I'll just attack with the same match the infantry again. Poro can tap it down, but not for this turn. They want to raise. Alright. That means they want to raise if they are doing this. But if they're raising, then Shinra reinforcement is gonna set them back a lot. Double check, yeah, that's all the Magitech infantries here. If I move this, I move that. They may have an instant speed play, so I'm not gonna risk the Dark Knight Sword here. But I am gonna attack all, I think. If I attack all... no, still not gonna risk the sword. Let's just attack all. And I shouldn't reveal my all my hands too early. Then they're gonna let Yawgmoth go through also. They do have a removal spelling hand, most likely. Yep, Slash of Light. Expected. And both are equipped 4. Let's just cost them, make them cost more mana to tap, basically. They're still on the racing plan, and they can just pay 3 mana to equip the White Mage staff. They don't. Scarlet Land. Yeah, we are gonna lose the race if they just keep doing this and have a Coral to tap down this. Yep. Get a permanent equipment, still have 3 mana of upvoke for Shinra reinforcements. Tap. Yep, it's gonna die here. I think we have to use this right now. And maybe we just get land. Yep, we ended up getting a land, so that means we have a Judge Magister up for blocks if needed. That's rough. The removal is a threat, and they can just search for a White Mage staff. Yep. Okay. And if I were them, they still have a removal for blocks. So they are good on so many fronts. And I'm forced to block here, otherwise I just die in agony. Yeah. I don't know what can save me, but let's see. I can't even equip the sword anymore. And yep, that will be it. And I should have Yawgmoth. I should Yawgmoth before Yawgmoth gets removed, and I don't think I should play around the literal removal that destroy 4 or more. But yeah, I definitely should Yawgmoth there, even though it won't matter in the grand scheme of things, maybe. Still. Now I'm at 3-2, heading to game 6. Alright, game 6. Mono white hand needs 1 land of anything to function. Let's keep. So we just play this on 1, play this on 2, and hit for 2. That will be the plan. And we did get our third land, which is extra nice. Alright, they didn't present anything. So I could have just Yawgmoth here and attack for a loss. I think Yawgmoth's better. To get the value out of the +1 as much as possible. Corner. I don't think I should corner or Yawgmoth because they're gonna present more damage. Next turn I can just. But if I eat much that inventory, I'm also gonna have to pay sweet right away. Let's just eat the Yawgmoth here. Because if I eat the Yawgmoth, next turn I can just deliver Moogle for the best 2-drop that we're gonna have. They're just gonna chum block. Yep, Dragoon's Lance. Now they have 4, but if they... Alright, I think they're just doomed if they're still spending mana for stuff that doesn't affect the board. We have a Dragoon's Lance, we have... Just gonna get rid of this. It's not actually lethal, but I think it's pretty close. If I attack... This is +4, so it doesn't actually get rid of them. Still gonna play the Dragon's Lance because it flies. Even though it's not mana efficient. We don't care about mana efficiency right now. We want to dispose them as soon as possible. I need to get 1 attack in. That's fine. You can just get rid of a token and I still have a delivery Moogle. And yeah, I think you're just doomed here. Let's go. Oh wait, it's not. Actually not. Well, first thing first, I need to activate this. Second thing, I need a +4 here. And now it's lethal. Alright. This is a pretty smooth victory. They didn't pull up any blockers of sorts, so I just match that infantry, Yawgmoth. And more match that infantry. And run them over 4-2, heading to game 7. Alright, here's game 7. No 1-drop, but everything else is pretty good. Yeah, if there's a 1-drop into the 2-drop Dragon Lance, this will be the best hand ever. We can deliver Moogle for the 1-drop. That's fine. Poo-poo UFO, well, that blocks this, but I can just... Oh, actually, I was say, maybe you are not alone to eat the poo-poo UFO, but I don't even need to do that because Dark Knight's Greatsword has a free equip cost. So I just do this and attack for 5. Dragon's Vibrant, that is a very good blocker for in the air. I think I'm willing to blow a You Are Not Alone to get rid of it. And let's need to ideally here the land drop here. We do need 4 land. We are getting rid of a Yawgmoth. Do I read the Yawgmoth? Do I need the Yawgmoth? This is a test, okay? Screw it. I am on Team Yawgmoth here, and nothing can stop me, and I don't even want to attack here. Maybe I can still attack because I just blow the you are not alone here. But yeah, I am on Team Yawgmoth. And you're not gonna stop me. And this is gonna backfire. If things goes really south, like not drawing lands for the entire rest of the game, but if this is for Yawgmoth, so be it. And yeah, you have to draw the right lands also, because Yawgmoth has 2 pips, and there's only 1 swamp. Combat tutorial, alright, Poo Poo UFO is now a legit blocker against this. Unless we drew the swamp. We didn't draw a swamp, but we can still play. Actually, not gonna be easy here. Do I just bite the bullet and trade with that? But 1 Yawgmoth will make it better. If I want to bite the bullet and trade, Judge Magister is better, but that's all out of omens. If you draw a swamp, that would be the best draw. And yep, it is indeed a swamp, so I just drop swamp, drop the Magister, and not attack, because we can. Yawgmoth would make this a good attack. And wait a second, why would you do that? Unless you have removal, I guess. Okay, so yeah, they do have removal, that makes sense. Otherwise, you'll never want to do it. That makes sense, a lot of sense. Do I want to pay 3 life? I don't have to do it right now, so let's just pass here. And I also want to ideally dodge their syncopates for the Yawgmoth. The only reason I did all of this is because I not taking a land is because of you, Yawgmoth. So I really want Yawgmoth to resolve here. So yeah, please don't leave any mana up. Ninja's Blades, very good card. Makes a token. Can you spend all your mana, please? Alright, Yawgmoth still is a counterspell right now. And the Imperial City of Arcadius can just block that every day. I think I'm just gonna run a Delivery Mogul first. And if that resolves, I can just play a 1-drop afterwards. And if that doesn't resolve, we have Yawgmoth for next turn. Alright, resolves. This is a very good card to counter, so from here now, I'll just assume they don't have Syncopate. Not gonna attack here, obviously. Even if I'm moving here, it just trades into... it doesn't even trade, it just block with these two. Not gonna be a good attack here. And don't even want to risk 3 life here. And if they use a removal right here, they can use it on the Delivery Mogul or Judge Magister. That means less removal for the literal Yawgmoth. Alright, they play a land from the UFO. The UFO doesn't do anything other than putting lands. It's not gonna do the 3 mana activate. And the Delivery Mogul is a good attack against them. And I can just block this Ninja's Blades every day, unless they move the Ninja's Blade to UFO and attack with it. In that case, do I even want to chump? Stop making me think! But if they have a big thing, they most likely just play it instead of feeding into the blades. They just play Ice Flan. Okay, this is the best moment to resolve a Yawgmoth here. So I just play the Yawgmoth and start yogging all their stuff. So first thing is get rid of the token with my token and draw a card. Also pumps the Judge Magister every time we do it. Insomnia Crown City. And I think it's possible for Judge Magister Yawgmoth to be big enough for anything, so let's just play the Magitech inventory and attack with Judge Magister here. And I can also just pay. Do I want to just pay 3 life? Also, not a bad idea if you ask me. Judge Magister attacks. Well, if they do the block as it is, I'm just gonna York instant speed. And that will be enough for Gabreth. Yep. Now you'll die, and I survive. And it's not even against Yawgmoth, so I just eat. I just eat their removal and draw a card. That's fine. You're not even getting a good attack with this. I'm just gonna do the charm block. And make sure I don't lose too much life here also. So I think I'm just gonna blow the Suncrest here, and yep, there we have it. They can't deal with the Yawgmoth. And now we are at 5-2 heading into game 8. Alright, here are game 8. 1-2. Just the basic 1-2 punch. Keep. Magitech infantry. And then hack dice. I think I still want to play on curve. Missing the damage is fine. And I want to save this for Paladin's Arms, maybe. So let's just take a hack dice first. You know, Mag Pixie is a good card, but Sleep Magic. Oh, we still have the active. Good to know. Uthors is a pretty good card for them. And Ambrosia also picks it back if I want to. But I think I'm just gonna resolve a Paladin's Arms first. Yeah, I'm gonna raise them. And Grixis. Yeah, I can just activate this and play another magic inventory, attack with all, I guess. Yeah, either just trades. I can also just pick up the Paladin's Arms if I want to. I'm not gonna play this until Magitech inventory has been exhausted. milled a Sorcerer Schemes. I don't have anything else to get back. Then, in fact, they don't have anything for some reason. And we have our infantry, which is good. Lionheart can just deal with this thing, but it's not blocking at the moment, so let's just attack first. Damage is in. And maybe I don't even need to play this to get rid of this, because we are doing better in terms of racing at the moment. Maybe we get a land here. If we get a land here, we can just activate Magic Infantry again. If we don't get a land here, we just play Ambush our White Heart, instant speed. Simple as that. Malboro, that's fine. Malboro eats a Shinra Reinforcement. And no infantry here, nice. I don't think you should attack. Yep, they also know about this, so they are not attacking anymore. Let's get back a bigger threat here. And then we can just Vein Treachery that. And then attack all, they're gonna block the Ambrosia White Heart, which is fine. And we are doing very good on the path of beat them. Path, like paths in Honkai Star Rail. And yep, here we have it. And now we will be at 6-2, heading to the final boss. We're doing pretty good after the super duper unfortunate game 1. And one game where I should have yogged instead of passing that fast. But yeah, we got there, 6-2. Heading to game 9, the final boss of a regular draft. Unlike in pick 2, where the final boss is game 5, oh no, game 4 even. Because at most you can only get to play 5 games in there. And now we are already at the last game. Starting with a slower hand for going second. I'm gonna keep this. We can just build a wall, and nobody builds walls better than me. Yeah, this blocks the chocobo any time of the day. And next turn though, Chocomog is on curve, but Chocomog is really bad on the board right now. So still, I'm gonna play infantry first and reassemble renovation. So we still do go mana, and yep, we got rid of 2 lands. Got a spell that we can cast. Yeah, just there's a chance I eat Prish Wandering, but is that a reason to not block? Screw it. I'll just eat that. Yep. Even without blocking, they're still gonna Prish Wandering. But yeah, a little bit tough here. I'm gonna play Delivery Moogle and get a Dragon's Lance. And the Scorpion Sentinel is gonna be a 5/5 at some point. Clash of the Icons, oof. Summon Fenrir. Extra oof. Yeah, gonna take that. Sadly. For this turn, I think I need to -2 that for sure. Not giving them a counter and not giving them a card draw. I'm gonna have to use the match that infantry on block because we are behind. So there's that. Ooh. There's a big card draw. Oh yeah, they're just not gonna attack. Makes sense, makes sense. And you are not long is pretty good here. But I need to play on curve. In that case, the best way to play on curve is Shinra Reinforcement, Magic Tech Infantry, and you are not long. And there's a chance I get a 4th infantry. Nope. Nice, it's still in the deck. And now we have a good attack against the Scorpion Sentinel, so let's just attack. Yeah, then they're not even bothering blocking this, fine. Oh, we're basically playing open-handed at this moment. They know I have a You're Not Alone. I think it's good to blow up You're Not Alone #1 here. Even though defense combo trick is really bad. Oh, there's also a chance I just eat removal. Okay, I didn't get punished. There's a chance I just eat removal on the Magic Tech Infantry and this doesn't work out. So glad that isn't the case. I could have get blown out so badly there. Ultimatia. I can Vein's Treachery 1 and You're Not on another. I think that's all we are gonna do here. Try to get damage as much as possible. And if you draw a land, we can just choke a mock and get a infantry. So a land is actually not bad here. Vanilla just gets back a 2 mana 4/4. Fenrir is the best value, or they just get a big thing. We still have attacks at least. So let's just play everything out. And nothing matters in the grand scheme of things, so let's just activate. Get attacking before Ultimatia drops. And then it's just basically move the Dragon's Lance every turn and attack. Don't think we gonna get this if they have. Yeah, Ultimatia's gonna get an extra turn if they just play our land here. So I think that's actually pretty much it for us. And yeah, regardless of extra turn or Malboro, we're just gonna lose here. Too bad didn't get the trophy, but 6-3 is pretty decent already. And let's take another look at this deck. So yeah, this deck is the biggest highlight is the 4 copy of Magic Tech Infantry. You just need to get 1, and then you can just get all the other infantries up. It works well with Urons. The Urons, whatever, a 3 mana instant that pumps the board by 2. Also works well with Chocomog, pumps the board by 1. And it's also a good fodder for any second effects, especially Yawgmoth. And we are very lucky to get this Yawgmoth on pick 3, and Yawgmoth helps us super hard in one of the games. This second draw, also remove their small things or put a counter, -1 counter on their big things. And the biggest weakness of this deck is definitely removal. The only remove is Vein's Treachery. -6, and the Face of Sunquist is a very bad removal. You need to pay 5 mana to target anything, and still need to pay 3 to target a tapped creature, which is not that easy to come by. And I like Dark Knight's Greatsword a lot, because with these many creatures to equip, you don't need to pay mana for it, which is pretty huge. And also in one game, I just need to pay 3 life to move it to the Dragoon's Lance, and then attack into their People UFO. And that was pretty sweet. And yeah, Dragoon's Lance is the best equipment in this deck, and the biggest reason why we pivoted to white-black instead of staying black something else. And red-black actually could have worked today, because we were getting past good reds, and Garland also wheeled. It will also be open, but white-black is also a pretty good one here. And black is actually not that open, so there's something to keep in mind during that draft. Oh, pretty sweet draft. And they could have trophied, but yeah. The last opponent is just playing all the walls that I cannot pass through. In late game, it's just all the 2 mana 4/4s, and Fenrir is a good card also. Anyways, that's it for the draft. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in the next one.